Hello, we are going to be discussing healthy gardening mechanics. As you know, this time of year, a lot of people are excited to get outside and garden, but it might not be, the easiest thing on your body. So we're just going to kind of discuss what we can do to keep ourselves more safe. So about me, my name is Vanessa Brocious. I'm a PTA. I graduated at GCC and I've been working at Village Physical Therapy since 2016. I really enjoy helping people reach their strengthening goals. Before injury or after injury, doesn't really quite matter, but it helps me feel comfortable being able to help people when they've had a situation that they can overcome. And we're going to continue to dive into the benefits from gardening. You can burn calories when you're out there gardening. The physical exertion from shoveling can really be beneficial for your mental well-being, but also your physical well-being. It can also lower your blood pressure. So anytime you're doing any weight-bearing exercises, just standing, twisting, going up and down stairs, that's really good to help promote bone growth. And growing your own food can help you eat healthier. And that's also a really good stress relief that I find is helpful for me. I like to get outside and garden, and it helps me feel more calm. So there's a lot of different, things that you can do to help be safer when you garden. The main things are just having good body mechanics and avoid repetitive motions. And we'll have some pictures to go over those that can help us. So, the reducing of repetition is, set in the different stages. You can pace your gardening with micro pauses. So, don't go out there and spend, 3 hours consistently. Try to take little breaks in between. Anytime you have muscle fatigue, those micro pauses can be very helpful. And it helps the muscles to relax, and then when they're relaxed, they're able to restore blood flow. So those short breaks can consist of about 5 to 10 seconds every 4 to 10 minutes of repetition. So grab a glass of water or just sit down and take a little break to kind of let the muscles not get overworked. So this is a nice slide for us to just kind of understand healthy posture when we're exercising. The man that's standing up straight, he's able to not bend over and really put a lot of emphasis on his back and promote less fatigue on it. So nice and tall posture, wide feet stance for balance versus bending over all at the back and having that back be quite sore at the end of the day. And then also for lifting techniques, correct posture would be bending at the knees, not bending at the back, and allowing your legs to help you do the work. And then this picture of the man with the incorrect posture, he's bending from the back and he's also twisting, and that puts a lot of pressure on the spine itself. So we would really like to avoid that if possible. So, also being mindful of, being bent over, no matter, even if you're using good posture, your back could be sore at the end of the day. So those little garden carts have been nice for people because you can always keep all your tools and everything right inside and not be bending constantly, but you're really allowed to lean a little bit more and kind of be more at a position that will promote less stress on the back. They're not necessary, but I've seen them be helpful for people, especially if you want to be out there for a long time. But it's one of those things that if you have it, you'd probably appreciate it. But if you don't have it, then you won't even know that you need it, kind of thing. But they have been shown to help reduce back discomfort. So some nice stretches to do before or after going out and gardening would be trying to reduce that pressure in that low lumbar. The first photo on the top is a back extension. and that can help put a little less pressure on the vertebrae. So before you head out, grab a mat or lay in your bed and try to do a few stretches prior to going outside. Not all of these are necessary, but they can be a nice way to get the blood flow, warming up the body and allowing you to not be so uncomfortable throughout the whole process of being outside. So also, gloves are always good. You don't want to cut yourself when you're outside. The photo on the top is a woman holding a pot, a pot of plant, but she's got some gloves on to help keep her hands safe. And also her knees, kneeling on something, especially if you've had a knee replacement or anything of that nature, or like any scoping of the knee. A knee mat probably would feel very comfortable on those knees if you've had one of those kind of procedures done. So, being mindful of hand mechanics when you're outside. Common injuries from gardening is anything involving repetition, and you could get tendonitis with the flexing of the wrist and twisting, trying to kind of pull out weeds could cause a tendonitis condition in the wrist. So you'd want to avoid any awkward motions, good body mechanics and posture throughout that hand motion. And neutral wrist position, you're not too far bent or not too far extended to help keep the wrist at a better risk of not injury. Use your larger joints like your shoulders and elbows to help do, the heavy lifting versus only relying on that wrist to twist weed out or, really pry something out of the ground. Help the body have more leverage from the shoulders if possible. Stretching the hands before gardening might be nice too. So you could, extend the wrist up or flex the wrist down and hold for a few seconds just to kind of loosen it up. So you'd want to do excessive weeding after it rains from. That's always a good trick, because if the ground's nice and dry, then it's really hard to pry those weeds out. So save your wrist by not having to have really dry ground to pull those weeds out. So physical benefits of gardening, there's lots of different ones, and everybody has different benefits of their own personal self. But if you're out gardening and enjoying being outside and you're active, you'll help promote weight loss. You'll get the blood circulating. When you're bending, twisting, reaching for things outside, you're going to increase your flexibility. Being up weight, walking around, doing work labor outside will help promote bone growth. So you'll have the tendency to not lose any bone growth if you're outside doing activity. Stronger immune system. So you're outside working out in nature, you're getting the blood flowing, getting the lymphatic system flowing, you're going to increase your immune system. Vitamin D, you're outside in the sunshine, hopefully sun, not rain, but there's always rain in Rochester, unfortunately. So hopefully you'll be getting some vitamin D when you're outside. And you get stronger when you're out there doing those activities. And also improve coordination. Your balance will improve if you're out walking on uneven surfaces, such as grass, or trying to step over debris around you. All good stuff to help promote healthy lifestyle. So how can we help? Physical therapy can promote good body mechanics and strengthening needs to help reduce the risk of injury with gardening. You can make an appointment at the number below, either at the Leroy or Gananda or Batavia office, if you have any concerns about trying to be healthy prior to starting a gardening routine. And direct access is a really nice thing that people might not be aware of. Since 2006, New York State residents may be able to see a physical therapist directly without a physician's prescription. Direct access PT is covered by most insurance companies, so check with us about limitations, whether or not your insurance might apply or not. So with direct access, will allow a patient to be seen for up to 10 visits or 30 days, whichever occurs first, before a physician is needed from a prescription. So I like this little quote here, a little dirt won't hurt as long as you're being strong and safe when you're using your body mechanics outside. You can plant strong and plant safe and let your knowledge be deep rooted. Thank you very much.